What's going on, guys? So we are out here at the 2025 Houston RV show and we're looking for unique units. This one definitely qualifies because there's something that you've seen in some other products, but you've probably never seen it in a large fifth wheel like this. This is super, super cool. There's a lot to go over. Hang tight. I'll be right back. Let's start with the numbers. So this is going to have a gross vehicle weight rating, relatively light for the size of RV this one is. 14,040 pounds, 10,277 is your dry weight, 37 feet 11 inches long, and this thing is super full profile, so it's very tall. So the weights here are kind of crazy. It's a lot lighter than you might think. 6,000 pound axles. Typically on something this large, you would say it needs 7,000 pound axles, but it really doesn't because, again, a lot of your weight's going to be resting on the back of your truck. This is going to have E-load range tires as well. Sorry, there's a lot of noise in here, so we're not going to spend too much time on the outside of the RVs. We're going to go inside of them rather quickly so you can see what's going on inside. All right, so as we walk around, standard pin box up front. This has, I'm not sure, yep, it has four-way electric auto leveling. This does not ride on a drop frame. That's why you see this big step up right here. You can remove the underbelly panels if you need to. You have your power disconnect right here. Great way to prevent your battery from draining. Outside speakers, nice thick baggage doors, and a large awning with lighting. Plus, check out all these windows. And these are those new squared off windows. They look really, really clean and sharp versus the rounded windows that a lot of people are used to. Look at the tires, Goodyear Endurance tires. Those are also really nice. Does not have an upgraded suspension equalizer. I really think that would be needed. But check out pricing. Retail, 85 grand. Show price, 52 grand. That right there is worth considering because at this price, most people would be like, no, it's not worth it. I'm not going to pay that amount. At this price, a lot of people would be like, yeah, that's totally worth it. I will pay that amount. So you always have to understand that. This has 200 watts worth of solar on it. It has two 15,000 kBTU air conditioning units, 4-point auto leveling. Trying to think if there's anything else that we need to look at before we go inside. I'm wondering if this unit also has the new, nope, this is not going to have the fiberglass roof because it slopes down right here. That is only going to be on units that have a straight profile roof. Let's hop inside, going up the MORryde step above steps into this 320 view. So check this thing out. Now I know a lot of folks who have watched the channel before and seen some of the videos that I've recently debuted on some new floor plans, they're going to be like, I knew what you were going to show me. But I'm going to save it here so it's a surprise for those of you who don't know. So check this out. You have this big wall of cabinets. You have more storage up there. I love how it has the ambient lighting up top. These nice dark batten strips that are really thick and significant. You have your TV here, your soundbar, your fireplace. Lots of little nooks and crannies to stow things. You have a nice kind of mini sectional setup here that also turns into a bed. So this is really nice. Tons and tons and tons of windows. My only true concern with this many windows is heat rejection. The fact is, unless they're dual pane, heat's going to pour into your RV if you have the sun blasting on them. So you definitely want to make sure you have the air conditioning capacity to be able to deal with that. And I almost feel as if fitting two AC units back here would have made sense versus one, just to kind of fight the amount of heat that's going to radiate through those windows. Coming to the back, you have a Furrion French door refrigerator and freezer, of course. You have a huge wraparound kitchen. This is really nice, especially if you're parked in a really scenic area next to a lake, next to the mountains, things like that, and you have the kiddos doing homework or working on crafts, or you're cooking in here, so you can see everything that you want to see, what you came out to see from, you know, the kitchen where you typically can't see most of it. But look at all the windows. One of the claim to fames with the View series is the number of windows. Now, I don't know exactly the cubic footage amount of windows in here, but there's a lot of windows in here. There's a lot of visibility, a lot of natural light coming into this unit. Single basin stainless steel sink, some nice storage underneath it. You have some drawers here. I do think they probably could have made the drawer situation a little bit better. Maybe a shallower drawer for utensils, a little bit bigger drawer, and then a deeper drawer for all of your pots and pans. Or maybe even made this a half cabinet and put a drawer here. I don't know. But I feel like they could have done a little better with the drawer situation. 3-burner gas cooktop from Furrion. A lot of cool stuff going on here. There is solar on top. The microwave is almost ridiculously high off of the ground. It's just, my wife would never reach that. She would never use this microwave unless she had a step stool. I feel the microwave needs to be much, much lower than that, like to here, like a good foot lower at least. Cabinets are also really high. If there's a glass up here, there's going to be a lot of folks who aren't that tall that may not be able to reach them. I do think that they need to figure that out, because that's going to be a limiting factor for a lot of families that come into this unit. If I tell my little girl to go and get me a glass of water, she won't be able to do it. She won't reach unless she's getting on a step stool. And knowing her, she would rather climb the countertop up here to do it, and that's just not safe. This is a really nice higher end material. So this is like a quartz material or a Corian material. So that's really nice. Now, as we work our way back, we're going to look at some of the storage here. So you definitely got some storage right there. But this is where the surprise comes in for those of you who haven't been following my channel or really any of the other YouTube channels on RVs. First of all, this is kind of cool. It's a place to hang jackets and shirts and things like that. That's awesome, as opposed to just being a flat blank wall with nothing on it. But check this out. So this is a hidden room, but not only did they hide it, they put this sliding door here to conceal it. Isn't that cool? So if you just had this closed and you opened it, you'd be like, oh look, there's more storage there. But then you'd see this handle and you'd be like, oh wow, this is absolutely awesome. First you have wardrobe space here, and then you have your bunkhouse. So you have your lower bunk, which is essentially a pad that's on the floor. And then you have a step here to get to your top bunk. And this does tilt up if you want to lock it out of the way. So if you just want to use the floor bunk for some reason. You have a spot to put your TV in here as well. You have some light output. You have power and USB back there, plus a cubby. But this is really, really cool. And this is the type of innovation a lot of people have been waiting for a long time. And even the way they dump the air conditioning into this room is special. So it's right here, and it comes off the top. And they've had to modify this floor plan a few times, or at least this type of floor plan, to allow the air conditioning to actually dump air down and into that space. That was a challenge with the first iterations of this product. But they have pretty much figured it out. But what do you think of that? That is really cool. Let's quickly take a look at what else they're doing. I like that. I like the contrasting wallboard and the trim off here. You have your control panel right here, your tankless water heater control, your 2 thermostats for both your air conditioners. Over here, you have your shower setup. This is a great size shower. Very fifth wheel, because this is a fifth wheel, but with everything else that they're doing in here, sometimes they skimp in this space, and they've done a good job. Thermofoil countertop. Nice stainless steel single basin sink, good sized medicine cabinet, and a lot of storage here for your towels and toiletries. And these are all soft closing, which is really nice. Plus, they've even trimmed this section off as well. The folks are doing a great job at really not decontenting their units. I mean, even from here, this looks like a very nice high-end unit. Going into the bedroom, king-size bed. You even have some extra room, even though it's still a king-size bed. I almost feel they probably could have integrated some small shelves into that area so they don't protrude over the bed itself, and that would have given you room for possibly like a CPAP, things like that. They do give you some power, but with no end tables at all, that's a miss. They need to find some way to give folks a place to put their smartphone, a place to put their coffee, their tea, whatever they drink, that kind of thing, whenever they go to bed, and to have it charged there. So let's open up the closet right here. Really nice size closet, trimmed off really well. You got a spot for your shoes or folded clothes. You have a spot for washer and dryer. I don't know if it would fit a stackable unit. It seems a little low, but it might. It may be able to. But you could absolutely put a combo unit in here if you needed to. Nice little seated area that's padded. You have power USB, so you could charge things here for sure. You have hidden storage right there, which is nice. Plus you have 3 drawers for your wardrobe. And this is apparently where your TV backer goes, but your TV would most likely hang down and block part of your window. I feel the better setup here would have been to put a large window right here in this space, and then leave this blank and maybe put another large window right here and just have a spot for a TV right there. But what's your feedback on that? This also has the VersaTilt system where this actually can tilt up, which is really nice. It gives you a better viewing angle whenever you're going to sleep. And some people just sleep better with their bed tilted up. And again, some of the things where they're adding content and some folks aren't. And underneath here, I'm guessing there is storage. So you do have storage baskets. I guarantee you would use those. Everyone uses storage baskets when they have them. Anyways, what do you guys think? This is a super cool floor plan. Definitely like what they've done. I love these really cool, innovative hidden spaces as well that are just kind of revolutionizing what you think of space whenever you look at an RV. Anyways, guys, oh, by the way, I really like the way that looks up there too. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.